What's going on? Somebody had a birthday. I got you. Here, open it. Oh!
What the? What was that?
I don't know. What is going on?
We're
Stop
shuffling. I'm shuffling the deck. So we don't know who's who. We'll never know. All right. So I'm Arthur Spooner, and that's Judah
And
Buddha.
I'm Judah Buddha.
Oh, sorry. Stole your thunder. And this is Beardy Foot at Night. We're both bearded.
Dude, your beard is so full and luscious, man. Makes
Mhm.
me want to run my fingers through it.
Well, my mom said I was always full of it, but now I know of what? Of beard. All right. So let's jump in and
Let's jump right into it.
appears our meme has coronavirus.
Oh, come on. Hey, we're not supposed to mention that.
Sorry. Just symptoms. All right. So I've got a meme. Okay. And
Okay.
so far we have one viewer. So welcome.
What up?
And so let me share.
So far, it's pretty lame.
All right. Why did the gum cross the road? It was stuck to the chicken's foot.
I like the dog. I like the dog.
I figured it was actually a good meme because it's an actual chicken foot meme. Not just because we use the word chicken foot, but it's like the whole chicken foot concept. Is you're not expecting the chicken foot to pop in, and then we're like, how that's like a Rickroll.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a chicken foot meme on both levels. So that's why I thought it'd be like, why'd the gun cross the road? Suck on the chicken foot.
I like it. Well, what I like about it, I particularly like the what do you call that? Oh, well, the meme. I like the meme, that dog like meme, where he's got his mouth wide open. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite because I don't know, it's just so happy. Actually, that's something I forgot to put on my graph is like the happy nature of, which is weird. That's my favorite part of comedy, but happy, Oh, we already have a comment, and it's a commentary on your meme.
All right. Well, it appears my mom's on my side, so thanks, Mom.
I got a meme though. I got a meme,
all
and
right.
I want you to tell me. Why can't I bring it up though? It's weird. Let me see if I can find it. Was there a reason you picked that particular meme?
You know what? I was trying to find a chicken foot one, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can find a chicken foot, and then I felt like it was on two levels.
Okay. Oh man, why can't? All right, I'm just gonna have to share my screen.
Okay.
I was gonna try to download it, but okay. Yeah, it definitely it has that chicken foot nature of it. Share screen.
All right. Well, let's
do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
In 5, 4.
All right.
Okay.
We got a meme. We're just figuring it out on the fly.
Who does this look like?
It's really small. I can't tell.
Oh shoot.
Zoom in.
Huh? All right, I'll zoom.
All right.
I'll zoom. How do I zoom?
Oh my God! Come on! I can already see where this is.
How do I zoom? Let's
Right
go
click,
this one.
open, and there you go.
Is that one better? Is that one better?
Yeah, it is a little bit better.
When your best friend is doing a presentation, or when your best friend is a co-host on a podcast.
So here's the thing: so you would be doing the presentation, and then that's me
Yeah, that's you.
trying to get your attention. Like,
Jane Ass sent this to me. He's like, "You've got to present this."
oh God, J-Nas. He's banned. We're banning him for 2 days from the podcast. He's officially banned.
Doesn't it look like Joseph Rhodes? Oh my goodness.
Well, then again, any person who's bald, you know what I mean? Like,
Not anybody.
if it's a bald white guy that's from the distance, as long as he's not heavy set, then that's me.
Dude, there was we hired this Russian guy. I don't know if I told you. I tried to get his picture, but it was just too awkward. When I worked at the truck repair place, it was this Russian guy. I swear, dude, he was the Euro Joe. He looked just like you. He acted like you. He was like, ha, 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 how are you doing today? And I was like, it's the Euro Joe. I wanted to take a picture of him so bad. He looked just like you. It's more than bald. You have to be like, you
Really
have like,
handsome. I got it.
I was going to say,
Really smart.
be-
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
anyways.
All right. Well, today we're talking about the quadrilateral that you and I always talk about. And sometimes I think when we talk about it, we don't really have a visual.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it seems like we're saying it. And so I think people can just forget it when we're just throwing out terms and stuff like that. So we decided what we'll do is individually, because as we were describing it, I think you were describing it one way, you visualized it one way, and I visualized a different way. So we are both coming with our image of how we view really humble. See, that's the other thing is you got to be really humble like me. You got to be really humble like me.
You think he's really humble?
I think that's sarcasm.
Where does that fall on the continuum?
Yeah, so long story short, so we both made our own chart of how we visualize the quadrilateral and the different areas. And the quadrilateral is really what is comedy, what makes something funny, what makes something comedy, and what pieces or elements are needed for that, and then how you visualize and how I visualize. I think you should go ahead and go first. You brought up some
okay, now whoever our viewers are voting on whose is the best, right?
Well, let's see. My mom says no. No, we're not. They're not voting. So
okay, so here we have I call it the comedy Venn diagram. I have culture. So the quadrilateral is in it. So culture, surprise. I changed it to sympathy and courage, just in trying to conceptualize comedy. I had different things, but like they all seem to kind of be the same thing. So let me go to it real quick. I don't know how to get to my own picture. I shared it. Okay. So culture and surprise are ones we already had. And I changed the other two to sympathy and courage because I felt like the other two big components of comedy are the ability to sympathize, really empathize, but like be able to get simpatico with somebody's emotions. You know,
Mhm.
it's like it's a little different than culture in the sense that it's not a shared culture, it's a shared I know that feeling, you know?
Mm.
So, and then courage is that I thought like we haven't like there's something I need something to express like the Gallicers, you know, and then if you take it further, and then I had to have a Venn diagram to show that where they overlap. So where culture and surprise overlaps, I had redneck comedy. What's you might be a redneck if,
Mhm.
you know? Because that's like it goes into culture, but it's surprising. It's also like that's just the most obvious one. There's also like, you know, like some of the Indian, you know, you have some of those East Asian Indian comedians and African
Mhm.
American
Yeah,
Indian
yeah.
African American Indians,
Well,
African American
well,
comedy where
well.
it's like,
Hold on, so I
yeah,
can go through the sympathy, courage, surprise, and culture again, and
okay, so
then
culture,
we'll talk
yeah,
about
okay,
how they overlap.
okay. So
So I
culture
can get a good
is
grasp.
shared. It's like places in culture that is like it, that has to do with time and you know, shared commonalities in our
So
society.
some sort of shared experience, something shared between people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
amount of people is that it may
It
vary,
varies. Yeah, yeah,
it could be the African American community, it could be, tall jokes, it could
yeah,
be uh Christians or whatever. It could be any category, like military, anything
yeah.
that they share. Okay.
A shared culture. Yeah. And then surprise is to me that encapsulates everything from a shift in you know, sudden shifts um, in tone, anything that's like, you know, somebody falling down is
Hmm.
something that happens that you don't expect.
Yeah,
So
unexpected.
yeah, unexpected. Something's going along, you know, you're talking and it's going along this way and it takes a turn for the other
Hmm.
way. And then courage to me encapsulates the idea of like you just laugh because it's so the audacity of it. Like it's funny because it's so audacious. Like I would never do that. That's
Hmm.
so funny.
So it's
You
like
know, that's
bold or edgy.
yeah. Just yeah, everything that encapsulates. So it's just these are the four are just the
Mm.
broad, you know, broad characteristics. So
I
courage
think
is
Jay,
anything.
your face makes comedy is like that's the edgy.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Your face makes comedy. Oh,
All right. So
you're
yeah, bold,
I.
edgy.
All right. And so sympathy is where you laugh. You just can't help but laugh because you know that feeling. It's different than you know that culture.
Hmm.
You know that feeling. To me, these two sides are, you know, so culture and sympathy are similar, and surprise and courage are similar. You know, those two are sort of their own. You know,
Hmm.
I should put a circle around sympathy and culture and surprise and courage because those two are similar. They're the same
Okay.
genres, you know, or same genus,
Yeah.
right? So sympathy is I know that feeling. Like you elicit a feeling in me that I have
Hmm.
to laugh because like where did that come from, you know?
Yeah.
Um and so where those two overlap is language. I put language because you know certain words elicit both a culture and a sympathy feeling. You know,
Hmm.
you have words. I should have put maybe well a language. Not. I don't mean like you know French or English. I mean it really should be words. You know,
Hmm.
certain words. So and then where surprise and courage overlap, I put crazy. So I think of Gallagher. He's
Hmm.
just over there, just taking a hammer to 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 watermelons. Like that's all he's doing,
Hmm.
and it's surprising. And the courage is just like to the point of surprising. You know, it's like somehow there's like a mix between courage and surprise. And where sympathy and courage overlap is self-deprecating, because you're like, you feel what that person is feeling, but you sort of admire them for going there, because you would
Mm-hmm.
never reveal that about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then where culture and surprise overlap, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's like the only thing I could think of was you might be a redneck if. It's like when you're talking about certain things about culture, but it's surprising. It's like, I've never thought of that. That's true. But about culture in
Mm-hmm.
particular.
I think Jay's got a handle on it. So he says, surprise, I farted. Culture is it smells like apple pie and baseball. Sympathy is I've been there, and courage, I own my own fart.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. Exactly.
It's like,
that's
it
pretty
was
good.
me.
I think Jay's got it right there. Yeah.
All right.
And then I went into even more minutia where all three of, or let's see, one, two, I don't know, where a lot of them what do you call, coincide. So where language, sympathy, and courage overlap, that's impressions. I feel like you got a certain, or I'm sorry, not language, culture, where you have like a certain cultural thing, you have a sympathetic thing where you're like, oh man, that elicits a feeling in me, and courage, like, oh, I can't believe you're able to do that in front of people. I don't know. That one's a little weak, but, and then to me, these are the two that really, like hit home for me, is where sympathy, courage, and surprise overlap. That is a prank, but where culture, surprise, and courage. Wait, what are the ones where surprise, courage, and sympathy? That's what it is. Surprise, courage, and sympathy overlap. That's jackass. Actually, no, it's culture. That's jackass.
Because actually, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I might flip those actually.
I was just about to say that because to me, sarcasm is like there is no sympathy. That's part of the humor of it is you're either it's coming across as you trying to be mean or you're saying things that would be really hurtful, but they know that you're not really saying it as to be what you're saying,
Yeah, I might flip those. Yeah, impressions would be more of a cultural thing.
I can't believe you're able to be you in front of people. Sort of like Robin Williams. That's the courage, crazy, surprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so in the middle, I just have the comedy, the laughing meme. What's his name? Yao Ming. Just pure comedy. It's just that's the zenith of comedy. I don't know. If you have all of them,
Yeah. Let me see.
So that is my comedy Venn diagram.
Okay. All right.
What are your thoughts?
Well,
what are your thoughts?
The courage, the sympathy, I'm a little bit more open to that term. But the courage, let's see what Jay says. Dude, Robin Williams was always switched on.
I think Robin Williams was a great example of courage to me.
Well, here's the thing is you can tell a joke. I guess, I don't know if courage is necessarily needed for humor, though. Because I think what we were talking about before was like the threat or the tension.
Well, that's where threat. You can't have threat without courage. There's either a threat to, the courage comes to me. The courage comes in when you're like, you're creating a threat, and I should have had threat some in here, but I felt like courage encapsulated that because you can't have a threat without courage. Well, you can't have a threat without courage in comedy. You can have a threat with no courage, but it's not comedy because nobody did anything good about it, right? Like you have a threat that just killed somebody, but threat with courage equals you diffuse the problem. I don't know.
Let's see. Jay says, "What do you feel about Borat? Where would Borat fill on that?"
Yeah, I think that's pranks. That's
Okay.
crazy. To me that's courage. Well, that would be interesting.
I think it
That he
depends on
has
the joke of Borat,
he,
because sometimes
he
he will be outside
culture.
his culture. Yeah, he'll be
Yeah.
presenting his culture and kind of or emphasizing their
You know
ideas.
what? Instead of Jackass, because Jackass is really just pranks. I should leave pranks there, and I should put Borat instead of
Mm,
Jackass, because
mm,
what Borat does to me encapsulates culture,
mm-hmm.
surprise. He says surprising things, and courage, in the sense of like I would never be able to do that.
I
Go.
guess, yeah, I guess what the reason why I don't know, I guess maybe the reason why courage is not as strong with me is because it seems like when I'm trying to visualize the fundamentals of comedy, I'm trying to get to, I guess I'm trying to think of, you can't break the element down any further, right? So courage can be made up of you being kind of brave and maybe facing your fear, whereas tension is what's, how do you break tension down other than it is tension? You know what I mean? Like it's a base element where courage is a virtue with other elements that make up that courage. You see what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing:
Let's
is
see what
that
Jay says.
I wanted my four main ones to be human qualities, so
Okay.
virtues.
Okay.
Well, surprise isn't really a virtue. That is an experience. But sympathy, courage, and culture are things that are
Well, they're
basic
all
to man.
experiences. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I think
surprise
that
is a little
classical
bit more of
literacy.
a surprise is the only one that's like it's like an outside experience. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
come from in. You know,
Yeah.
like culture, you can't take that away from it. Like it's ingrained in them. Sympathy, it's ingrained in this. Their emotions. Courage, it's like an emotion that
Hmm.
is has to do with action. You know, you
Yeah.
take action. Surprise is the only one that's like outside in. Like what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, no. I mean, look, that's I think what we're trying to do. And Jay says that I think the classical literary definition of comedy was just having a happy ending.
I think that's a modern massage.
I was about to say it. I was about to say it. I was about to say, you know what? I think that's. I was about to say it too. I was like, you know, I don't want a chicken foot at night today. Well, look,
Uh,
this is this helps me understand how you see it.
mm.
I don't think we have enough time to really go into mine, but we'll spend next week. We'll go over mine, and
Oh,
then
that sucks.
maybe
Really?
we'll do is we'll compare. I mean, we only have 7 minutes left.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't realize. Wow, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take that long.
Well, you know, I mean, so you were surprised, and I was feeling sorry that you spent so much
Sympathy.
courage when no one really understands the culture, what you're talking about. So I guess you're just, you know.
That's not how it works.
All right. Well, how about we jump in? All right. Story
Man.
time.
Well, let's get rid of.
Now, what the? Oh, Lord. So,
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
10, 5,
yeah, so Judah got disconnected, and this is live. So
I
you
pressed
can
the
tell.
wrong button.
Oh, Lord. Let's see what Jay has to say about this one. Yeah.
So you
Well,
guys are limited on time.
so much for loving you for a long time. Yeah. So what we decided was we limited the show to 30 minutes because we
Yeah.
were doing an hour or just letting it flow. And then we felt like it was kind of meandering around, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we were just
Well, we tried
talking
to do a
around.
half an hour at one point, and we realized, wow, we really got to the point
Yeah.
fast, and we felt like we were better, more succinct,
Yeah.
and
More
what do you
succinct.
call poignant? More poignant.
Yeah. Yeah. And we felt like uh that helped us redirect us back to the point of what we were trying to make, you know, and focus. And we wanted to keep stories the focus. And when we kept it longer, we were rambling, and then it was less likely. And we like to have like funny stories. So funny stories. Do you have any funny stories?
I don't. I don't think. Do you?
Okay. So
Hope you do.
wait. Jay
What?
says, how to make a better lover? What does that mean? I'm not sure. What something? Oh, is it because we're saying to keep it to 30 minutes? Janda should come on and tell funny stories about that.
Okay.
All right. So let's see.
You have a good story?
I have a story.
Didn't you write one down last time?
Keep it to 30 minutes, get to the point. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, is really keep it.
Somebody would cut chicken foot at night.
So one of the stories I have written down is, I don't know how really funny this is. So my dad, for years, he's from West Virginia, and he would just call people Elmer. Like Elmer is just like a generic term, like, hey, dude, or buddy. He was like, what's up, Elmer? And he would just call people Elmer, and people were like, oh. Like, and if he didn't know somebody, he's like, hey, Elmer, how you doing? And then the people would be like, wait a minute. My name's not Elmer. Does he know me? Is he mix me up with somebody else? Like, what's going on? So he would just throw the term out, like the name Elmer. Or like if he can't remember somebody's name, he just keep calling him Elmer, and then they would keep correcting him. But he, like, if he forgot, he just keep calling Elmer, and they'd be like, "All right, I guess I'm Elmer," right? So he would just do that. And he just did it for years and years. And one day he was at work, and he's like, this guy comes up, a new guy at work comes up to him, and he gives him stuff. He says, "Hey, Elmer, how you doing?" And the guy goes, "How'd you know my name?" Like, all those years, dude, he finally found somebody whose name was Elmer, and then he goes, "How'd you know my name?" My dad's like, "What?" He's like, "My name's Elmer," and my dad was like, "What?" Like, my dad surprised my dad, like, he didn't know.
That's awesome. Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, my dad has all kinds of humorous stories. So, you know what? So Jay, when are you going to be able to come on? That's the question.
So our hope is that we will have a third member of the Chicken Foot podcast, and that would be Jay Nass, an old time funny friend of ours.
We consider him the third nipple of the podcast. No.
Oh, all right. We're about to end.
Yeah. Well, in the last 30 seconds, we'll go. Okay, I got him connected here. Let's put him on right now.